Hispanic and Asian immigrants want a bigger government providing more services rather than what most conservatives want, which is less spending and less government and limited government. The Pew Research found that 75%, that's 3/4 of Hispanic immigrants and 55% of Asian immigrants definitely want a bigger government giving them more services. And only a small percentage of both groups who really want a smaller government like most conservatives do. So why is anybody surprised that they voted for Obama? 3/4 of them voted for Obama in 2012. The Cooperative Congressional Election Study found that 69% of immigrants support Obamacare. And most everybody I see in the conservative movement wants to get rid of Obamacare. Pew Research found that 53% of Hispanics have a negative view of capitalism. They don't even like our system. That's even higher than the views of the self-identified supporters of Occupy Wall Street. Polls show that the Republican emphasis on patriotism and national sovereignty is likely to alienate many immigrants. Do you believe that the public schools should teach our kids that they should be proud of our country? Well, a Harris poll found that 81% of native-born Americans do, but however, that's not true of the immigrants, even after they become naturalized citizens. The Harris poll found that only 50% of immigrants who have become naturalized U.S. citizens want their children to be taught to be proud to be an American. I have so many friends who tell me when they came to this country as a teenager and got off the boat at Ellis Island, their father or mother would say, now we're in America, and we're going to be American, and we're going to speak English, and this is our country now. And I don't hear these current immigrants saying that at all. A survey that compared immigrants' views on the U.S. Constitution and international law is particularly bothersome. A Harris poll found that 67% of native-born citizens believe our Constitution is a higher legal authority than international law. Well, I bet most of us do believe that here. But only 1/3 of naturalized citizens, I'm not talking about just recent immigrants, but only 1/3 of naturalized citizens share that view. Even the mainstream pro-Obama media admit the significance of these poll results. Even the New York Times, so it must be so. His Washington Bureau chief admitted that the two fastest growing ethnic groups, the Latinos and the Asian Americans, are decidedly liberal. Those are the New York Times words. And then one of these political scientists said that immigrants are well to the left of the American public on a number of key issues. Now, I see that the pro-amnesty people are always citing Ronald Reagan, and he did sign a generous amnesty in 1986. Did that make friends for us? And no, it didn't. In the very next election, 1988, when George H.W. Bush was running, he received only 30% of the Latino vote, which was 7 points less than Reagan received in 1984 before the amnesty. And the amnesty advocates like to point to the effective assimilation of millions of immigrants from about 1880 to 1920 as a model. Just come in and let them come in and they will assimilate. However, that flood of immigration that came to this country in those years, which was before the lives of most of us here, was followed by a pause in the immigration from the 1920s to the 60s, which gave them time to learn our system and adapt to our unique system of government. And it took even decades after that for them to ever vote Republican. Most of them, meanwhile, were voting for Roosevelt and the New Deal and Lyndon Johnson